So when it comes to 2026 or beyond, what has changed or what is expected to change? One trend I'm seeing is standardized POC. Is some of these things took over 6 months to complete?
Absolutely. Carl, I mean, every POC used to be custom, right? Antennas to the software, the hardware infrastructure that had to go in place. So, quite a bit of work there. Today, I've gotten away from using the term POC for RFID projects. I think you and I discussed this kind of one-on-one previously, right? But the RFID technology is proven, and again, it's stable, fast, with a quick ROI in many cases. So I've started using or referring to a POC as phase one, right, of what will become an RFID journey to expand quickly and easily throughout the enterprise. This year, I had my team focus, and we implemented a best practices when starting an RFID project, and how to set the project up for success. And those key were, one, define the scope clearly, and I think all of us, from a solutions provider to a customer, I think pretty good job of that, right? The second piece and the third piece, which is relatively new, is defining the duration. What is the duration of phase one? Is it going to be a 30-day? Is it going to be a 60-day, 90-day, 180 days? Whatever the duration is, the solutions provider and the customer should agree on what that expectation is, right? And another new concept is to agree on the next steps for expansion before starting phase one, right? So if phase one is successful, what are the next steps as far as expansion goes? And some of the keys during that phase one process is to make sure that we're having frequent communication amongst everyone that's involved, right? Getting feedback, getting timely feedback, making adjustments that are needed to make sure that we achieve success. And then finally, when we do achieve success, let's go ahead and expand. But like most projects today, we still very much take that crawl, walk, run approach.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. And because it is such a mature technology, there's really very little reason to have proof of concepts, right? So the more we work with this, I think the whole industry is moving towards well-defined, standard, almost blueprinted proofs of concept or pilots or phases, as you call them, Chris, with a very defined scope, known metrics, predictable outcomes. And again, all this allows us to do things in a much quicker capacity. So it took 6 months in the past, is only taking a couple of weeks now.
Absolutely, and that's huge, right? When labor shortages and ops are so complex these days, right? Manufacturers don't have the time or the luxury of long experiments, right? I would also include that the integrators and solution providers do not have the luxury of a long experiment either. So, keeping the projects moving along is key.
Correct. Anyway, so it's thanks to all this that adoption is scaling. So no longer a science experiment. You said it well, Chris. It's a standard tool for achieving visibility.